In a world dominated by algorithms and data, one name stands out, not just for what he built, but for how he thinks. Larry Page, the co-founder of Google, didn't just create a search engine. He rewired the internet and, in doing so, changed how humanity accesses knowledge. But behind the quiet genius and the multi-billion-dollar empire lies a story of radical ambition, personal struggle, and a relentless quest for the future. What if I told you that the key to his success wasn't just code, but a philosophy that defies conventional wisdom? And what if the very reason for his retreat from the public eye reveals more about his character than any press conference ever could? Today, we're not just looking at the man who built Google. We're diving deep into the mind of Larry Page, exploring his audacious 10x philosophy, his surprising health battle, his staggering financial milestones in 2025, his intensely private life, and the legacy he is building far beyond the search bar. This is the untold story of the man who still shapes your digital world every single day. Let us start with the idea that truly sets Larry Page apart from almost every other CEO on the planet: his 10x thinking. While most companies celebrate a 10% improvement, Page finds it boring. He believes that aiming for something 10 times better is paradoxically easier. Why? Because a 10% goal forces you to work within the existing system, competing with everyone else on the same battlefield. But a 10x goal, a moonshot, forces you to throw the rulebook away. It demands you start from scratch, from first principles, and invent a completely new way of doing things. This isn't just about being ambitious. It's a strategic weapon. When you're trying to achieve something 10 times bigger, you're no longer playing the same game as your competitors. You're inventing a new one. This philosophy is the driving force behind some of Google's most audacious projects. Think about Waymo, the self-driving car company. The goal wasn't just a better cruise control. It was to completely reinvent transportation. Or Project Loon, which aimed to deliver internet to remote areas using high-altitude balloons, a truly out-of-the-box solution to a global problem. This mindset was embedded in his management style. He was famous for walking into a room of engineers and asking, "Why can't this be 10 times bigger?" He despised bureaucracy, seeing it as the enemy of innovation. In a legendary move back in 2001, he briefly fired all of Google's project managers, believing they were standing between the engineers and the real, groundbreaking work. For Page, the only thing more expensive than trying to build the future is failing to try. While his mind was focused on exponential growth, Page was simultaneously facing a deeply personal challenge, one that would gradually pull him away from the public stage he helped create. In 1999, after a severe cold, he was diagnosed with paralysis of his left vocal cord. 13 years later, in 2012, another cold affected his right vocal cord. The condition, known as vococord paresis, left him with a voice that is soft, raspy, and difficult to project. For a leader of a global tech giant, this was more than a personal inconvenience. It was a professional hurdle. The booming, confident voice expected of a CEO was gone. This is the primary reason why Larry Page, once a regular presence at tech conferences and on earnings calls, retreated from the public eye. His absence wasn't a sign of disinterest, but a practical response to a chronic health issue. Instead of simply accepting his condition, he approached it like an engineering problem. True to his character, he didn't just seek treatment for himself, he sought a solution for everyone. Page has since donated tens of millions of dollars to the Voice Health Institute, funding cutting-edge research into nerve regeneration for vocal cords. It's a powerful example of how he channels his resources and problem-solving mindset towards complex challenges, whether they're in technology or human biology. His public silence, therefore, speaks volumes. It tells a story of resilience and of a quiet determination to not only overcome his own obstacles, but to help others do the same. As we reach the end of 2025, Larry Page's influence is measured not just by his ideas, but by his staggering wealth. His net worth is fluctuating around an incredible $262 billion, placing him firmly among the top 3 wealthiest individuals on the planet. A huge part of this recent surge comes directly from Google's triumph in the artificial intelligence race. Over the past year, his fortune has skyrocketed by over $30 billion. The catalyst, the wildly successful launch and integration of Gemini 3, Alphabet's latest AI model. This proved to the world that Google was still the dominant force in the new era of generative AI, sending Alphabet's stock to unprecedented highs and cementing Page's financial standing. But his financial moves aren't just about accumulating wealth, they're about investing in his long-term vision. Just this month, in a move that aligns perfectly with his lifelong interests, Alphabet announced the $4.75 billion acquisition of Intersect, an innovative energy infrastructure company. This isn't just a random diversification. For years, Page has been passionate about renewable energy. This acquisition is a strategic step towards his goal of powering the massive, energy-hungry AI data centers of the future with 24/7 carbon-free energy. It is a classic Page move, using his immense financial power to connect the dots between his company's needs and his vision for a more sustainable planet. Despite being one of the most powerful people in the world, Larry Page has become almost a ghost in the machine he helped build. He is famously private, often described as a reclusive genius who prefers the solitude of his private islands in the Caribbean and Fiji, or the deck of his superyacht Senses, to the glare of the Silicon Valley spotlight. This desire for privacy extends to his personal life and his home. His house in Palo Alto isn't just a mansion, it's a landmark of sustainable living, utilizing advanced geothermal energy and fuel cells, reflecting his deep-seated interest in clean technology. This passion extends to his investments, where he continues to fund futuristic ventures like flying car startups and fusion energy projects, always pushing the boundaries of what's possible. However, his approach to philanthropy has drawn some scrutiny. The Page Memorial Foundation, named in honor of his father, holds over $6.7 billion in assets, but critics point to what they call philanthropic sleight of hand. Instead of donating directly to public charities, a significant portion of the funds are funneled into donor-advised funds, or DA. These are essentially charitable investment accounts that provide an immediate tax benefit but do have strict timelines for when the money must be distributed to actual causes. This practice, while legal, raises questions about the immediate impact of his philanthropic efforts, painting a complex picture of a man who is simultaneously trying to solve humanity's biggest problems while navigating the intricate world of ultra-high-net-worth finance. So, as we look back, the story of Larry Page is one of profound contradictions. He's a public figure who craves privacy, a leader whose voice has been diminished, yet whose vision echoes louder than ever. An innovator who believes the easiest path forward is the one that is 10 times harder. From the PageRank algorithm that started it all, to the 101x philosophy that fuels Alphabet's moonshots, his impact is undeniable. He didn't just build a search engine, he built a company that continues to ask, what if, on a planetary scale? He's tackling self-driving cars, life extension, and sustainable energy, all while remaining a controlling shareholder and board member, guiding the ship from a distance. Larry Page's legacy isn't just Google. It's the relentless, audacious, and sometimes controversial pursuit of a future that most of us can only imagine. He rewired our world once, and he's quietly working on doing it all over again. And with that, we've reached the end of our journey into the world of Larry Page, and also the end of our videos for 2025. It has been an incredible year of learning and exploring together. I want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who has watched, commented, and stayed subscribed to the channel. Your support means the world. As the year comes to a close, I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May your holidays be filled with joy, and may 2026 bring you health, happiness, and success. Thanks for being part of this community. We'll see you in the new year.